So my question to you, to everybody watching, to me too, how many in a hypothetical draft, Justin, if we were both GMs of teams and people out there too, comment with us. If you were a GM of a team, how many quarterbacks would you take in a hypothetical draft before you took a non-quarterback? So I have your top 10, right? So you're obviously Mahomes is probably going to be number one, right?
Yeah.
You're taking Joe Burrow over any other non-quarterback?
Yeah.
You taking Aaron Rodgers over any non-quarterback?
I don't know how.
This is just for one season. We'll do one season since it's not. So
then,
take
yeah.
age out of the consideration. Okay.
Yeah.
Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
Justin Herbert.
No.
So I'm guessing after Herbert, everybody else is a no.
Correct.
Okay, so who do you take before Justin Herbert that's a non-quarterback?
I think you either go impact defender, like you can go Nick Bosa, you can go a Micah Parsons there too, or you can go one of these shut down corners, but I wouldn't say shut down corner. But yeah, I would say Nick Bosa was probably the best guy putting pressure on a quarterback in the league.
So you take Nick Bosa over Justin Herbert, Jalen Hurts, Russell Wilson, Kirk.
Yeah.
All those other okay. So you would at number
I'd probably take Micah Parsons, honestly.
Micah?
Yeah, Micah.
Micah will be your guy.
Mm-hmm.
At number 7, you take Micah Parsons. Okay, that's interesting. To me, it did I have this written down? I thought I had it written down, but I don't think I did. Yeah, to me, it's. I go down the list, Justin. Like I honestly probably wouldn't take somebody until maybe Dak.
Really?
Yeah. So like the 11th pick for me would be probably either Micah or Nick Bosa, somebody like that. And even then, I start to question it too because I go, well, because you know how important I believe quarterbacks are. So I mean, Dak, I believe, is somebody that doesn't grow on a tree. Somebody like a Jalen Hurts, a lot of people tell me he don't grow on a tree, so I got to throw him in there. I just think like even like number probably 12 or 13 is when I would start thinking like a Michael Parsons or a Nick Bosa. So you wouldn't even think like a wide receiver, like a Justin Jefferson or a Travis Kelce even?
Well, no, because I think you can win without that premier guy. You're probably not a Super Bowl champ, but I mean, the only person that maybe I'd consider if I'm thinking offensively would be a guy like Travis Kelce. A guy that consistently does. He's an absolute threat. He can block, he can catch, he just does everything right.
Yeah, he can take handoffs too. He's done that before.
So
I think a tight end actually is probably a more valuable position than a wide receiver because of how much more they can impact the game and they can do, and they can create so many more mismatches from their position. Because like the old saying, the old saying they say, you can't put a corner on them; they're too small. You can't put a linebacker on them; they're not fast enough. A safety is not good enough at coverage.
No, well, I mean, in reality, there's probably only one tight end, and that's it. He's the one tight end that I would take over a lot of people.
If Greg Kittle is a healthy player, I mean, Greg Kittle is right there with Travis Kelce. He's a freak of nature too. No, and he's a better blocker than Travis Kelce.
No, he is. Listen, but the thing is with George Kittle is the situation that he's in with the quarterback situation. It's not like he's getting, 100 receptions a season like Travis Kelce is. There's not.
Okay, I see what you're saying. The quarterback is impacting his ability. Okay, I get it.
Exactly. So that's why I would go, like I said, you get yourself a dominant pass rusher. You can get yourself one of the Bosa brothers. You can get yourself guys that's why I say I think Micah Parsons is probably the best one in the league because of how versatile he is.
And he stays with Nick Bosa. With Nick Bosa too, the injury concerns Micah. He's gotten nicked, but he plays through him. He seems just like a tank. What's interesting is neither of us brought up, and I don't think it's any disrespect, but I think an offensive lineman actually needs to be talked about too.
Mm-hmm.
Like you take like a Trent Williams, best left tackle in the game right now, or back in the day like a Joe Thomas or something like that. Like you have to take those guys as well in the trenches because, as everybody says, all the experts, the game is won and lost in the trenches.
It is, But if I'm starting a team from scratch and I'm starting with an O lineman, you also have to think. You said Joe Thomas. Joe Thomas was an anchor on the Browns O
Yeah,
line
and they
for
suck.
years,
The Browns
and look
suck.
at that team.
That's
You know
because
what I
they
mean?
couldn't draft a fucking quarterback, though.
So
Trust
you see, so that's
me.
exactly
You gotta draft the quarterback. You
yeah.
gotta draft
That's
the
why we're
quarterback.
having this debate. You have to go
Yeah,
quarterback,
you
and
gotta
there's a
go
ton of them
quarterback.
that you can go, or you, like I said, you get that valuable person. I remember valuable person in the front. Like think about the Jaguars when they were Saxonville.
Yeah,
Think that shift was Calais Campbell being there, and Calais Campbell just went absolute bonkers when he signed with Jacksonville, and that was a real big shift. That was a change in that defense. So, and then Micah Parsons with Dallas,
yeah.
complete change in that defense. Then, I mean, there now you can talk O line. Like you would have to
Von Miller too.
get me a quarterback. You get me a anchor on the defense. You either get me a top tier linebacker like a prime Bobby Wagner or something like that. Then that too, you're grateful for somebody that can call plays. But
Like a
really,
Ray Lewis, dude.
I think you're probably looking. You have to go pass rush. You have to go quarterback. Those will be the first two positions you got to get out the way.
Yeah, I think pass rushers are insanely important. I think you mentioned cornerbacks. I don't think a cornerback is going to be taken necessarily that high because I don't think they're as valuable, especially as a pass rusher, like you said. But I just wanted to ask that hypothetical. So I think so. You would take a non-quarterback at 7. Me, it's more around the range of 11, 12, 13 is when I would start considering taking like a Micah Parsons or something like that.
Now I got fantasy draft, fantasy and Madden, so I could recreate an entire roster and see what it looks like.
Right? I loved doing those.